Hi, Dr. Tunis Jr. here, and today I'm going to be addressing the subject of whether or not soy is a health food. And many of you may be surprised by my answer, and especially my vegan and vegetarian friends, but soy actually is not a health food. Specifically, the non-fermented soy is not a health food. Soy itself should be avoided because most of it is genetically modified. Genetically modified foods have not been proven to be effective or safe and should be avoided, in my opinion, at all costs. Now, you can buy what they call organic soy, and certainly that's better than genetically modified ones, but still, in those cases, unless it's fermented, it's not going to have the health benefits associated with it. Fermented soy are products such as tempeh, natto, miso, and does not include tofu. So again, tofu is not fermented and should be avoided. Soy itself contains a couple things in it that are not good for your body. One is it's got enzyme inhibitors in it, specifically trypsin inhibitor, which prevents the body from digesting protein. And so, as you can imagine, that's a major issue. The second thing it has is phytic acid. Phytic acid is a fiber in the body that is used to absorb important minerals in the body. And so if you use a lot of phytic acid, it inhibits that ability to do that, and such things as magnesium, zinc, and copper and other important minerals aren't being absorbed in your system. Another thing it has is goitrogens. Goitrogens inhibit the function of the thyroid, and with the many thyroid problems we have in America today, soy is the last thing many of us need to be consuming because of that fact. And finally, they have phytoestrogens in it. Phytoestrogens are things that mimic estrogen and actually help make the body perceive additional estrogen in the system, and really can be harmful for little children, and really hasn't been proven to be very effective in helping postmenopausal women at all anyway. So again, should be avoided. Now, some of the products on the market today that you really need to avoid, the first one, and the one that really is a travesty and should absolutely be taken off the market, is soy infant formula. Unfortunately, this stuff does your child no good whatsoever. In addition to all the extra phytoestrogen associated with soy infant formula, the estrogen levels are astronomical in these children. When they take blood samples of these children, they're finding that they have 20,000 times the amount of estrogen than a child that doesn't take soy infant formula. And that would be equivalent to taking 5 birth control pills a day. So you can imagine that's a major issue in regards to early puberty and children developing some adult onset type diseases in childhood, and should be avoided. In addition to the phytoestrogens, it has manganese and aluminum in these infant formulas, and really are doing the child no good. Soy milk is another product you need to avoid for the same reasons I just mentioned, the soy infant formula. And then soy protein isolate, that's a product that should be avoided as well. That's found in a lot of things, especially many processed things. And the reason you want to avoid it is because this stuff is produced in these large factories where it's acid washed and then thrown in these aluminum containers, where that aluminum leaches on it and is passed on to you, the consumer. And so it's very unhealthy and does you no good, and should be avoided. Now again, not all soy is bad. Fermented soy is okay. So that soy is tempeh, natto, and miso, and does not include tofu. So tofu, again, is not a healthy source of soy. Below, I've written a little bit more detail about this stuff. I encourage you to read it. I got some great links for a few resources for you. Again, I hope this is informative and helpful for many of you. And until next time, yours in health.